Hello, Lindsay Carter-Bolus here. Today I want to share with you how to stay out of the story and not get swept away and overwhelmed by those stories that we get hooked into. You know what I mean? You know those times where you are sitting in bed at night going, what on earth was that about? Why did I do that? Why did I respond like that? How could that have happened? If only, if only, if only. And so often we regret what we do and we kick ourselves afterwards going, how is that possible? Just please, I'll do anything to have that day back again. Time and time again, we catch ourselves. So the trick here is when you're in a situation, no matter what the situation, and you find yourself feeling a little bit uncomfortable, firstly, use that feeling of uncomfortable as your compass, as your trigger, and go, okay, it's not feeling great, and I know in this situation I need to hold on tight. I need to hold on to myself so that I don't respond, or I don't put my foot in it, or I don't do anything inappropriate. Breathe, contain yourself and go, hold on. Then attempt to separate yourself. Pretend that you are part of you, half of you is in a drone above. I used to say a video camera. Now, pretend you're in a drone and you're flying above, looking down on yourself as you're behaving, and then also looking down, watching the story. And if you can see the story from above, you disconnect from the situation and you don't get hooked in and you don't start spiraling and responding in that moment. You're more an observer and you begin to understand what's actually unfolding versus the part you are playing in the story. For example, if you are a horse on a chessboard or a knight, whatever they're called, you only move 3 forward and 1 across, and that's the only way, and that's the only way you know. But if you're above and you're actually playing the game of chess, you can see how every piece is moving. And therefore you can understand the whole chessboard, you can understand the whole story, and not just the role that you are conditioned to play. So, as you're in a story, as you're in a situation, attempt to remove yourself. Look down from above as though you're flying over, and then in that moment, if possible, change your behavior or choose another response as opposed to the usual pattern that you would choose. Another option, and possibly if you don't get it right in the moment, it's okay to play the role as you usually play because that's what we're conditioned to do. But in hindsight, reflect back on it. Go home and go, how could I have done that differently? So reprogram your mind to how you could do it differently next time you're in that situation. And then again, practice. When you're in a story, again, try and remove yourself, try and understand, and try and choose a different path. It takes practice. It doesn't just happen. And you'll miss it. You'll afterwards, in retrospect, you'll go, why didn't I do that then? But it's okay, as long as you catch yourself afterwards and go, okay, next time, let's try again, and keep trying. So eventually, you're no longer a participant in this crazy story. You're watching it, and you are participating, but you're no longer participating in the same role that you've kind of always done and always hooked into. So you're watching the story, you're not hooking in, and you're choosing a different response. Enjoy the journey of discovery and reprogramming and choosing a new behavior.